Hey everybody, what is going on? Xlex here with another Master Duel video for you guys. So today we're coming at you with more Tri-Brigades. Gotta love the Tri-Brigades, right? I love the Tri-Brigades. As always as ever, this is my favorite archetype in all of Master Duel. It's just always gonna be, I think, just for like nostalgia purposes, just for, just thinking back to January earlier this year when I was like, I pulled 2 Shrouded, like, let me try this deck out. It's supposed to be tier 1, right? And then boom, it's just like some of the most fun I've honestly ever had playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Even like all the years, because again, for those of you who, I haven't, listened to a video where I've talked about this before, I am quite a Yu-Gi boomer. I've been playing, I played Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in like 2003 or 4. And then I kind of from there graduated up to locals and then regionals, YCS, and then nationals / WCQ. I did play back when it was still called nationals. Went to that for quite a few years in a row. And yeah, had a lot of fun, played a lot of different decks during all that time. And honestly, Tri-Brigade still really ranks up there, even among all that time I've spent playing, as one of my favorite decks that one of my favorite archetypes that I've ever played. I think the theming of them was really cool. I like their play style. I just like the way they play. I think Shurg is a really cool boss. I just think everything about it's really cool. So always gonna have an excuse to come back to this deck, and that's just that I think it's cool. And I think that's all the reason you need to play a deck sometimes. Like, yeah, I know I play a lot of meta decks, and I like to follow the meta a lot, and I do. It's very like much something I enjoy doing is being competitive in this game, but it never hurts to lose sight of just playing a deck because you want to play it. Like, and that's definitely what this deck is, Tri-Brigade, for me. And I do like this branded variant in particular. I think if you're going to play Tri-Brigade, this is probably the way to go. You could still, in theory, play Adventure like Tri-Z, which is definitely not a bad deck. Would definitely still qualify that as a solid rogue deck. Branded Tri-Brigade, I think, tends to bleed a little bit more into tier 3, as I've talked about in the past. How a lot of decks this format kind of bleed from rogue up to tier 3 a little bit. I think branded Tri-Brigade, in particular, this variant, is one of those decks for sure. So I wanted to definitely get in some live games while I had the opportunity to record some here with the branded Tri-Brigades, as like I said before, I greatly appreciate this deck. As I don't know, I just do. I love this deck, and like I said, any excuse to play it, really. So we're still the same build, of course, from the deck profile. Still been serving me well, and I still didn't really feel the need to add Rescue Cat at this point, to be honest. I do actually like the Disruption a lot more. I think it makes this a much stronger going second deck, having that extra Disruption as opposed to extra comboing with the Rescue Cat, because, like, I don't know, it definitely would help have, more consistent plays. I won't lie, this deck could use a more means to consistently go off with like the main combo of setting up the Mirrorjade plus the Revolt. That said, like I said, I think the Disruption is at least equal value. I think it provides at least equal value. I think last time I looked, Rescue Cat's being played at like about 55-ish% in Tri-Brigade decks right now, particularly branded Tri-Brigade, I believe, and I think that's about right. I think if you have them, I think you should probably be playing at least one. I don't know. I feel I have such mixed opinions on Rescue Cat. It's very much one of those cards that's very borderline for me. It's just, for me, I will admit, like, not wanting to craft it does kind of push over the edge of me not playing it, but it's not as much of a factor. I try not to let that ever be much of a factor of whether or not I'm going to play cards. I mean, obviously, I have the craft points for it, but I also like saving the craft points. And I know I've had people point out in the comments, like, you have so many, you really can't just craft them. Like, here's the thing with that, right? I may not need the craft points now, but future Lex will need craft points. Future Lex will be very grateful that past Lex does not spend craft points so flippantly. That's how I like to think of it. Just that's a good way to think of saving and investing in general. Just look out for future self, Future self will appreciate past self if you do that. But in any case here, that's about all the rambling I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and break down the list card by card here and then move into some live games. So we're going to be playing 1 PSY-Frame Driver, 1 DD Crow, 1 Effect Veiler, 3 Tri-Brigade Nervall, 3 Maxx, 2 PSY-Frame Gear Gamma, 2 Tri-Brigade Kerass, 3 Tri-Brigade Kitt, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 Fallen of Albaz, 2 Tri-Brigade Fraktall, 1 Tri-Brigade Mercourier, 1 Albion, the Shrouded Dragon, 1 Nibiru, the Primal Being, 1 Harpie's Feather Duster, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Branded Fusion, 2 Fire Formation Tenki, 2 Called by the Grave, 1 Crossout Designator, 2 Forbidden Droplet, 3 Infinite Impermanence, one Tri-Brigade Revolt, and then one Branded Sword to round out the main deck. Extra deck I'll have one Brigand the Glory Dragon, one Albion the Branded Dragon, one Mirrorjade the Iceblade Dragon, one Psy-Frame Lord Omega, one Salamangreat Almiraj, one Predaplant Verte Anaconda, one Ancient Warriors Oath Double Dragon Lords, one Tri-Brigade Ferrijit the Barren Blossom, one Tri-Brigade Bearbrumm the Rampant Rampager, one Racefulgur the Desperate Doom Eagle, one Tri-Brigade Nervall, the Silver Sheller, one Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, one Axis Code Talker, and then finally two Tri-Brigade Shrouded, the Ominous Omen, to round out that extra deck there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some live games. Alright, first duel here against our opponent. It looks like we're both going to get a rank up from this one. We're definitely going to opt to go first. Tri-Brigade can definitely go second pretty well, but we definitely want to go first. We definitely like having that versatility. Okay, we opened a Fraktall. That's not bad. I think I'm actually going to start with the Albion, though, just to see what else I can get here. It might be like a call by or a crossout or another Tri-Brigade monster. We're always going to send the Branded Sword with the Albion effect here. Ooh, our opponent has an Ash, and they're going to use it? That's so fine. That is so fine. I was just going to say the other reason we would use Albion is I was going to say to check for Ash. I didn't think my opponent was going to activate the Ash effect, but we are 100% okay with that. So yeah, let's go ahead and activate Fraktall's effect. We're going to do the usual line of Fraktall send Kitt, and then Kitt send Nervall, and then Nervall add. We're going to add probably just another Kitt with the Nervall here. Back when we played 3 Fraktall, we could just add another Fraktall and summon that because it had more attack points, but we got to kind of conserve our Fraktalls nowadays, so I'm just going to add another Kitt. Summon a Kitt. Too bad we don't have another Tri-Brigade monster in hand. Otherwise, we could really go off here, but we'll just go ahead and set up a Revolt. That's still fine. We'll banish these two. Actually, if we really wanted to, that's not even a terrible idea. I'm thinking, okay, I summoned this Bearbrumm, right? If I discard, I'm just thinking, what if I discarded Ash and Albion to bring back Fraktall? Oh, but then I'd run into this problem. I've run into this problem before, actually, where when you do that, you have to send these for Verte, which comes down here, and then you send that for Mirrorjade, which takes this and then comes over here, but then you have 3 slots open, you can't Revolt. Is there a way to make room, though? Because, no, there's not, because you'd have to banish. We don't have enough stuff from Graveyard to banish. We don't have. If we had even a Tri-type in hand to discard with Bearbrumm, we could do that, but that's all good. We'll just go ahead and make we'll just make Rugal here. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll just set up a Revolt. Revolt is still pretty good, honestly, as a disruption, especially when we've got like Ash and Droplet. We'll put back the spare Ash Blossom. I don't know if we'll activate Albion next turn yet. I don't think we want to, because we only have Albaz and actually, do we want to keep Ash or do we want to put Albion back? If we're not going to use Albion, shouldn't we just put it back? I think the second Ash would be more useful than the Albion at this point. Alright, I'm going to set the Droplet first, so they think that's the Revolt. I don't know that people always do that, but I tend to like to do it that way. The one that I searched, I tend to set second. Just because I feel like it's like it's left over from when I used to play stun decks a lot in real life. I would set the ones that I really wanted to resolve. What are they imperming my Rugal? That's yeah. You go right ahead. That's fine. Anyway, wait. What was that? It's before the end of the main phase. Activate. End phase is fine. Yeah. What? I don't. Okay, I don't know what that imperm was. I mean, it was to stop me from getting a free summon, yeah, but like, yeah, okay, question mark? Alright, cool, we take those. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying before that. That totally threw me off. I think I might just keep that game because it was funny, even if it wasn't particularly interesting. Don't worry, we'll have some actually interesting games here. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to that interesting game. Alright, we have our next duel against Crucian here, like a carp. Oh, that just makes me want to play Animal Crossing. Oh, I haven't played Animal Crossing in a minute. I actually was playing for a little while after it was, like, popular. I love Animal Crossing. Oh, jeez. Ever since I was a kid.
Good old GameCube Animal Crossing. Wow, this is a pretty good hand. We can even use the Tenki to check for an Ash. So let's go ahead and do that. I technically should have put Tenki over. It doesn't really matter where you put Tenki. Ooh, they have Maxx or Ash or Dimension Shifter. Oh, it's actually Dimension Shifter. It's okay, we have a Gamma. It's okay. Oh, we have a Gamma on our turn. We can actually make the Omega. Yo! Yo! Oh my god! Oh my god, we have like every answer. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is so gross. This is actually just disgusting. Wow! Wowie, wow, wow. That's awesome. Alright. Yeah, this is pretty great. We even have the Omega. That's awesome. This is why, okay, this is the exact scenario why I play Omega in the extra deck, is for literally this exact case here. We actually get to do it. That's cool. Oh, my opponent has another response, too. Oh, I think they have a Valor or an Imperm, because I have a... Yeah, so we're totally just going to rip a card from their hand. Let me just make sure... Yeah. I'm just going to... Whatever response they have in their hand, I'm just going to rip it out right now. Oh, man. I don't think I've ever done this, like, in this deck in particular. Yeah, let's activate Omega's effect. See if they have a response. They shouldn't, if they have a Veil or an Imperm, they shouldn't use it here. They should wait for me to try to go for the 1 and 3 to try to hit it instead of just guaranteed getting it out of their hand. They're debating whether or not to use it. Don't use it, opponent. This is not when you want to use it. Let's see if they end up using it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? This is so disgusting. Oh, we hit the Emperor! We hit the Emperor! That's gross. That's so gross. Alright, let's Fractal. Alright, yeah, we're gonna send Kitt. Oh, our hand is so good, too. And then Kitt will send Nervall. And I'm gonna add a Kerass just in case my opponent does actually have like another Valor or an Imperm, which they could. They very well could. There's a part of me that hopes they... Although if I add a Mercourier, that'll actually let me... Nah, I'm gonna play it safe and add the Kerass. The Mercourier would allow me to set up, like, just basically a Mercourier with my, like, Mirrorjade and stuff, but nah, it's fine. We don't need to do that. Alright, I have 3 engraved, right? 3 Tri-types. Yep, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna normal summon Fraktall and activate Fraktall's F. Banishing 2 cards. Nervall and Kitt. And opponent does not have a response. That's what we love to see. Summon a Ferrijit F. I'll summon the Nervall. I'll throw the Nervall over here. And now, let me think here. We're going to send these 2 for the Bearbrumm. And then... No. We send these 2 for, like, Rugal. Because we're going to banish 2 with Nervall for... Yeah, I want the Rugal to be the one I hard summon, just in case I end up with limited spaces for the Revolt. Yeah, we'll treat that as 2 materials. And then we'll use the Nervall to summon the Bearbrumm. You could summon the Bearbrumm here, but... I'm going to summon the Rugal. Yeah, we definitely want to put the Albaz back. Alright, Nervall F. 4-2. Do the Fraktals, keeping the links engraved for the access code in case we need that later. The Bearbrumm right there. Alright, now we can make Verte with Nervall and Rugal. And Verte F. Gonna pay 2,000. Send Branded Fusion, and now with the Branded Fusion we can summon the Mirrorjade, and we're going to use the Bearbrumm with the Albaz. Throw Mirrorjade down right there. We also got the 4 slots open for the Revolt. Yeah, if we'd added that Mercourier, we could have used that with the Branded Sword, or to get the Albions with the Branded Sword to recur the Mercourier. I think I made that pun already. Back to the hand. And yeah, we'll definitely put the Kerass back, obviously. So with that setup, we could have had Mercourier in our hand as well, which definitely would have been better. But the Kerass play was a little bit safer, like, just in case they actually had another Veiler or Imperm or something there. Terraforming, okay. I'm going to flip this to on real quick. Are we playing against Numeron? It could be Numeron. Oh, it's Flandres, okay. I was going to say, even though it's Dimension Shifter, it could still be Numeron. Am I going to revolt the map when it comes down? I think I might. Hang on, I have to actually think about this for a second. When do I want to banish my opponent's stuff? Actually, Oh, I have to think about it now. Because Mirrorjade's going to banish a monster. If I want to banish the map, I have to do it with the Revolt. I think I do want to banish the map. Yeah. Because then they won't be able to get Rabina if they don't already have it. And if they do have Rabina, then we can... Yeah, I'm going to bring back this, this, and this. But I'm going to leave one banished. That way I can add Nervall with Shrouded potentially. But I'm going to leave... even if they have Rabina, then we can use Mirrorjade to banish one of their monsters. And then they won't have 2 to tribute. So they won't be able to summon the M-Pen. Alright, let's do Nervall, and then Shrouded, and then Kitt, because Kitt is definitely the effect we care the least about resolving. We'll send Mercourier with Kitt, because we definitely don't want to top deck Mercourier right now. Yeah. And banish the map. And let's add a Kerass. Let's see what the opponent has. They do have a Rabina. That's fine. I'm gonna wait till they summon the Eaglin and get the Eaglin search. And once I see what they've searched with the Eaglin, then I'll banish with Mirrorjade. Is my plan right now. Oh, they got a Stree. Okay. So do they already have an Impen in hand then? Or they might already have an Eaglin. Okay, they already have the Eaglin. Okay. So the summon is fine. Oh, shoot. But you know what? They added a Stree. So now they can just normal the Stree. Okay. They can just normal the Stree and then normal whatever they're going to summon. What are they going to add here? Ooh. I really should have gotten that Mercourier. Shoot, that actually would have been really, really important. Yeah, here's the Mega Rosette. Ugh, that's not what I wanted to see. It's not what I wanted to see. Well, we definitely want to... Well, we'll just use it on the Mega Rosette, the Mirrorjade, I mean, we're going to have to. But then we can send a Brigand, we can special a Kitt from our deck, and then we'll have Kitt plus Kerass. And we should be able to access code plus Shrouded for lethal after that. This is fine, I don't care about that. I still have, like, yeah, enough. Enough tri-types. We should still be fine here. Oh, we won't have the Verte. They'll run over it. I was going to say, plus we'll still have Verte, but no, they're still in main phase 1. They have yet to battle. Yet to battle. Alright. Yeah, this is fine. I don't care about them adding their stuff back. Like, do I care? They have an extra normal summon. But no, I don't care because they're going to, yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to activate Mirrorjade. Send the Brigand. And then we're going to banish the Mega Rosette, obviously, so that way that is off the board and we don't have to worry about taking damage. Yeah, this outcome actually ended up being totally fine, I think. It looked a lot scarier than it actually ended up being, I think. It should still be good. I'm still, like, cautiously, kind of, like, trepidly going, oh, we even got to keep the Mirrorjade. Oh, that's fine. That's definitely fine. And now we get Brigand's effect. I didn't realize we keep Mirrorjade too. I thought both were going to get spun back. Yeah, they just concede. Cool. I was a lot more worried about that than I needed to be, honestly. I think I would have been more worried if they'd gotten Impen than Mega Raizer. No, well, I had the... No, they couldn't have because they had the Mirrorjade defense mode. I would have just banished it. Well, then they would have gotten the Lost Wind. And then they could have Mega Raizered on my turn, which would have been a lot more scary. I think they actually should have gone for Impen instead of Mega Raizer there, now that I say that out loud. Alright. Let's see if we can get like one more good game in with this deck. All right, next duel here against Envious, and we're gonna go second, which we don't always mind doing with this deck. So let's see if we get a good going second hand. Oh, we got a Maxx. That's a good enough going second hand. We open Brand Diffusion, which is not good. That's bad, not good. We don't like opening this card. That actually... We're going to have to put that back with, like, Ferrijit or something. Ooh, our opponent opened with a Brand Diffusion, too. Yeah, we're going to have to put that back with a Ferrijit. Or... not Bearbrumm, because we already have Revolt. It's a weird hand. And we have Fraktall plus Foolish? This is a weird hand. And not like necessarily in a good way either. Ooh, good draw. Oh my god, good draw. Wow, that was such a nice top deck. That's disgusting. That's a disgusting top deck. That's so gross. Oh, that's so gross. Wow, that's like literally exactly what I needed. I wouldn't even mind, honestly, drawing Fallen of Albaz here. I wouldn't even mind that, because I could normal it, and then discard the Brand Diffusion to fuse with their Lubellion, and then I could still Foolish for Kitt for Nervall to add Kerass to have plays as well. Or Fraktall, I guess. Well, no, I would need the Fraktall in hand to... Well, there's a Kerass. That's a pretty good draw. What do you have, opponent? Oh, do they have a Branded in red? I really hope they don't. Okay, let me see. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do? I think I'm going to Foolish... I think I'm going to Foolish Kitt and Nervall. Add Mercourier. Discard Mercourier. Special Kerass. Banish Mercourier. I might even just add Fallen of Albaz like I talked about doing earlier. Yeah. Let's start with that and see what our opponent does. Let's start with that. Okay, Foolish went uncontested. So we're gonna Foolish. We said we're gonna Foolish Kitt, right? We're not doing the Fraktall line yet. We're gonna Foolish Kitt. Kitt F. I also like this because now if they negate Kitt, which they didn't, but then we could have sent Fraktall for Nervall if we really had to. And we're going to add Mercourier with Nervall. Okay, now Kerass F. Discard Mercourier. I'm actually going to summon Kerass in attack mode, I think. Maxx, that's gonna have to be fine. Ugh, it's gonna have to be fine. Because I've had games before where like not summoning Kerass in attack mode has like been the difference between me being able to lethal and not. It's rare, but it happens. So if I'm going second like this, I tend to like to summon the Kerass in attack there. So I'm gonna banish 2. Definitely gonna banish Mercourier, and then I'll banish Nervall. Why not? It actually kind of matters which ones you banish. You should banish the ones that you don't think you're going to summon in case you want to bring them out with Bearbrumm later and then use their effects. And then, I haven't normaled, right? Yeah, but I think I want to summon Ferrijit here because I'm going to normal the Albaz. And then I can Ferrijit to special the Fraktall. How many tri-types do I have engraved? 1. Could also do that first and then use Albaz as my backup play. I think I like having... Yeah, I think oh my god, let me think for a second. Okay, if I make Ferrijit, special Fraktall, Send. Oh, I can put the branded fusion back. Yeah. I like this. Oh, am I still gonna... Oh, then I can just add Albion then instead of Albaz. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna actually activate Albion now, because I want the branded sword out of my deck. I'm really not trying to draw that with Ferrijit right now. Just get that out of the deck, yeah. It's not an awful draw. Okay. Ferrijit F. It's too bad Mercourier doesn't have the like summon a link monster effect. Oh, that'd be so good if it did. It'd probably be too good if it did. It'd actually definitely be too good if it did. Like this deck would definitely be like a tier or two up if it could do that. Yeah, let's special Fraktall over here. Okay, here's branded in red. Yeah, it's gonna have to be fine. I don't like this. I don't like this. Because it's probably gonna be a Guardian Chimera with the two that are on board. Yeah, I figured they had branded in red, and if I tried to summon Albaz, they would just chain the branded in red. Actually, that would have been fine though, right? Because then I could have just fused with the Guardian Chimera. Maybe I should have summoned Albaz, like searched Albaz and summoned it. I just got this idea of putting branded fusion back and using it. And that's why I decided to go for the Albion instead of the Albaz like I was talking about originally. But maybe I should have stuck with my original plan there. I should have thought it out either way. Like I definitely should have thought about it more than I did. Yeah, ooh, this is not, yeah, this isn't good. My opponent's like actually left me with nothing to do now. Wait, that's not true. I say branded sword. Get back Mercourier. Oh, wait a second. Oh my god. Hold on a second. I have plays still. Because I haven't normal summoned yet. Normal summon Mercourier. And we're just going to make Verte because we're going to put the branded fusion back, right? And then we can make Mirrorjade with the Verte. We can do that. We could... We have the Revolt in hand, so we don't even need to go for the Bearbrumm. So yeah, let's just do that. Okay, we still have some amount of plays here. I forgot we're giving the draws the backseat, but you know what? Whatever. At this point, like, it's just gonna have to be fine. No, do not enter the battle phase. Activate Verte's effect, please. No! Oh, I should have Feather Dustered first. Well, I guess I drew it. I mean, I drew it after I summoned the Verte, so they would have chained the Imperm anyway. But then I wouldn't have had to send the branded fusion. I guess is the other thing with that. So I'm going to save this Imperm for when they Lubellion on their turn, right? And then I'll just Revolt the Guardian Chimera. Or Revolt for sure the Guardian Chimera. Yeah, alright. That's going to have to be fine. What do they have in hand? Do they have a Nibiru? It seems like they have a Nibiru. Or a Veil or Slide. No, this is negated, so they can't do that. So they have a Nibiru in their hand. We gotta be mindful of that too. Oh my god, they have a Nibiru in their hand. That's so annoying. They're gonna be able to do that. Well, they won't want to do it on their turn, right? They might do it on their turn. We're gonna have to be careful about this Revolt, because the Revolt's gonna proc the Nibiru. Is Nibiru... Can you do Nibiru on your own turn? I should know that. But I don't off the top of my head. I should know that though. Whatever. Games against this deck can be so stressful. So much advantage. That's fine. I'm not gonna Revolt that. I will Imperm this. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I just said I was going to Imperm the Lubellion, didn't I?
See, that's what. Yeah, that right there is why you have to be mindful. Well, they had the Despain comedy. I mean, that doesn't justify my imperm there. I shouldn't have done that, but you always gotta be mindful and not fall into like quote unquote autoplay. That's kind of what I like to call that sometimes, is autoplay, where you just kind of like, you know, you see Aliber, search effect, I want to negate search effects, but then you have to think about the specific scenario, and it's like, wait, no. Or even against a specific deck, because it's usually not right to negate Aliber anyway. With Imperm, you usually want to hit the Lubellion. Yeah, I don't foresee us winning this game, but we'll keep playing it out. We haven't lost just yet. No reason not to keep playing it out at this point. Wow, they even have the edge of chain. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, we're probably dunsies here. We're probably just dunsies. But I think I almost said that like a Cockney / Australian accent. I think I'm gonna revolt the Mirrorjade. Is probably what I'm gonna end up doing here. Well, I actually should have then. If I was going to do that, I should have chained Revolt to Lubellion's effect. I don't think it really matters, honestly, at this point. I think, because like, even if I get rid of the Mirrorjade, they're going to get rid of the Shrouded. They'll have 33 plus 18 plus whatever they fuse for with Poly. Yeah, they definitely have game. They definitely have it. I probably could have played, I'm trying to think, okay. Now, this is the fun part. And I do actually mean this. This is the fun part. How could I have played differently to have potentially avoided this? We got really lucky with that Valor chain. Oh, they have the Despia Theater as well. I forgot about that. I'll chain Revolt here, just in case I want to banish whatever they get out. They had the Branded in red. We had the... Wow, they have another Maxx. Oh, yeah, they do have a lot of cards in hand. Yeah, I don't know. I like to do this sometimes. Like, even if I think I'm going to lose, or rather, even when I think I'm going to lose, you know, I like to just kind of look back and say, okay, what could I have done differently here to have potentially, you know, played out of this better, or like, could I have set up a board state? Could I have reasonably set up a board state wherein, you know, I could have avoided this scenario? I think that's kind of like one of the main things to think about is like, you know, could I have reasonably played around this? Because, like, yeah, there are, like, specific things you can do to play around, like, specific outcomes, but that's results-oriented thinking. And we have to, like, yes, go back and think, like, what was the correct play, but not what was the correct play given what ended up happening. What was the correct play given the information we had in that moment is the way you need to evaluate it. If you think about it, what is the correct play, given the outcome, then you might end up thinking, oh, I should have done this line to play around it. But then, well, that was a niche line to make a card you wouldn't have normally summoned in that scenario, right? That's, you know, that's what we want to avoid with results-oriented thinking. Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and do our effects here. I say very excitedly because I know it's really probably not going to matter. Actually, hang on, it might. If I banish the Guardian Chimera, this is 7. Oh, that's definitely more than enough for lethal. Yeah, especially because they're going to negate right here. Okay, yeah, no, I was going back through this. I wanted to see. I'm just kind of thinking, like, what could I have done differently, potentially, here? I don't know, as always as ever, if you, like, you know, if you want to leave a comment, with advice on, like, what you would have done differently. I'm just trying to, like, talk and think at the same time as I'm looking through. Yeah, that Branded in red. I should have thought about this Guardian Chimera more, honestly. I knew they had the Branded in red down, especially. Like, I should have played around it more, honestly. Should have just been more on the brain, on my mind, so to speak. But we'll go ahead and let Envious finish us off here. GG's all around. And yeah, I think after this we'll go ahead and move on and now to the outro. We got a solid amount of gameplay in for this one. So yeah, let's go ahead and do so.
Alright, I want to thank you all for watching, especially all the way to the very end of the video like this. That does mean a whole lot to me, not only personally, but as a means of supporting the channel. Especially if you want to see these live gameplay videos. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun making these. I've actually forgot how much fun it was to do live commentary over games. I would very much like to continue doing more of these in the future, and I should, again, fingers crossed with my just how my life and schedule are panning out lately, should have the time to do that here in the near future more consistently. So yeah, if you like the live gameplay, like I said, definitely feel free to let me know in the comments. And then also if you have suggestions for the deck build and gameplay as well, I'm always looking for that. Helps not only me improve, but also everyone else who is watching as well. So it's definitely very productive to do so. Yeah, that's about all the time I think I've got for this one. So without further ado, this is XLex. I'm signing out, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.